Welcome back to GoldenGoose and my Team Builder Dynasty series that follows the South Canadian Wild Geese. The Wild Geese take on Temple in today's matchup. Temple's 4-1, the Wild Geese are 4-2. Now Temple's a bit better on paper and Kirk's gonna side with them in this one. If we look at how the conference lines up though, the Wild Geese are 3-1 in conference play. If they beat Temple, that'll be Temple's first loss in the conference, advancing the Wild Geese to 4-1 in conference. And they're ranked number 58 in the nation, so hey, not bad. Maybe someday soon, maybe next season, we could be in the top 25. Here's how the teams match up on paper. Temple's 83 overall against the 72 overall Wild Geese. Now within 10 overall points, it's usually a pretty good contest. Their offense is 84 overall and their defense is 82, so it's going to be very interesting to say the least. We're going to run the spread option today. Test that out with Orlando Everett. So it looks like Temple has a decent offense, ranking somewhere around the middle of the nation, but their defense is so powerful. They have a great pass defense. We're going to have to watch out for that. Their best players include a middle linebacker, a cornerback, and a wide receiver. So, I mean, the air attack isn't our priority anyways today. The option run and all that is, so we're going to focus on that. And it looks like they have a right outside linebacker and a right guard out. Here we are in Temple, getting ready to take on Temple. The Wild Geese are excited, trying to improve to 5-2 on the season with 5 games left after this one. And if they win this game, they're going to be 4-1 in the conference. Temple is running out of the tunnel, getting ready to take on the Wild Geese here in a matchup that you have to be excited for if you're an American Conference fan and you watch the American Conference on the television. Because this game, it's going to be a highlight reel. Two teams that are pretty good competition for one another. I'm expecting a good game here. The South Canadian Wild Geese versus Temple here at Lincoln Financial Field. Wild Geese won the coin toss. They want the ball first in this contest. Temple kicks it away to Bernard Scruggs, who's going to take this one out of the end zone. Let's see what he can do here. Gets tackled at about the 15. Now we caught up with head coach of the Wild Geese, Goose Johnson. And he said with Orlando Everett and how their passing game's been these last 2 weeks, they're definitely changing up their offensive strategy, and that's to keep the ball on the ground a lot more, about 70 to 75% of the time. Now that could be via options or just plain old handoffs or counters or pitches, but just expect to see the ball on the ground for the Wild Geese a ton more in this contest. And there's Orlando Everett finding some yardage on the ground. Here on 1st down and 10, it looks like they are going to run the ball again. A pitch to Nathan Quinn. He's got space. Breaks one and finds 9 yards. They're sticking to their word here. They've ran it the first 3 plays of this game. I'd say the Wild Geese probably had one of the more intimidating running attacks last season, but this year, their offense in general hasn't got anything going, whether it be on the ground or in the air. Nathan Quinn, who was an award-winning running back last season, hasn't really done much. But there's still 5 more weeks after this week left in the season, so let's see if they can turn things around. Orlando Everett keeping it here on the option. He's got space. Wow, down at the 30 in Temple territory. They have not thrown the ball once in this contest yet. Nathan Quinn takes a counter handoff and finds himself 8 yards. And with this new running attack, they're taking some decent time off the clock. There's Orlando Everett keeping it on this pitch option, and he's going to find himself down to the 7. What a great drive this has been already, 80 yards of total offense. Inside the 10-yard line, the Wild Geese can smell that end zone. It looks like they're handing this one off to Nathan Quinn, who has a small lane and gets himself down to the 2. Last week, Quinn had only 51 yards of total running. Today, he's already got 36. And it's only the first drive of the game. And it looks like Everett's going to keep it here. He spins off one down to the 1-yard line. And it looks like he might be hurt. Maybe a little bit too much running for this quarterback. Now with Tom Barrett in at quarterbacks, what is this going to do to their game plan? Roden, the backup halfback, is in, and he's going to find the end zone. Well, let's hope that Orlando Everett comes back healthy before the next offensive drive, because the Wild Geese look so good on that drive, going all the way down the field for 85 yards and a touchdown. Goose Johnson has to be extremely happy with his offense here. They just have to tend to the injuries. Just got word from the sideline, Orlando Everett had the wind knocked out of him, and he's expected to return next drive. So that's good news for the Wild Geese, but let's see what they can do here on defense. Wow, nice special teams there, getting them down at the 17. 1st down and 10 for Temple, man in motion. Let's see what this Temple squad's going to do. They have a pretty even offense, ground and pass. So you can expect the norm. A run on first down, maybe a couple of passes. Second down and 9. Under 2 minutes to go in this first quarter. Almost jumped that one. That would have been a pick 6. Third down and 9. This would be a big stop for the Geese on this one. Rolling to the outside. He's not going to get the first down. 4th and 2. Temple's going to have to punt this one away. The Wild Geese have been pretty good on defense this season. I mean, they've let up in some games, but otherwise, been decent. And that's been carrying this Wild Geese team this season with an offense that's really been struggling. Bernard Scruggs can't find anything, though, on that return. Orlando Everett is back on the field behind center. Let's see what they do here. It looks like they're going to hand this one to Nathan Quinn, just trying to give Everett a little bit of time to rest, and Quinn's going to push forward for a first down on a 12-yard gain. This is the Wild Geese offense I love to watch. An offense that can run the ball right down at any defense's throat. The Temple defense is a solid defense, too, so it's very interesting to see this kind of play from the Wild Geese, but that one sniffed out. That dribble option went nowhere. Fun fact, they have not thrown the ball yet in this game. So it'll be interesting to see if they throw it at all. And Everett taken out before he can even try to pitch that one away, and that should end this first quarter. After 1 quarter of play, the South Canadian Wild Geese lead 7-0 over Temple. Wild Geese are 1 for 1 on third down conversions today. They have to go to the air here. They're 3rd and 15. This is a relatively long conversion. You're going to see Orlando Everett roll out. Orlando Everett on his feet still. He's got blockers, and they might be in territory to go for it here on 4th and 4. 4th down and 4 from the 43. This could be a very risky play call here, but it does look like the Wild Geese are going for it on this one. And that's Nathan Quinn to the outside. He's swallowed up, and Temple's going to have great field position. First down and 10. Temple has a man in motion. It looks like they're taking things to the ground here, and Herb Kirk's going to meet him up. 2nd and 7. 2nd down and 7. It looks like they are going to the air here, finding their halfback short, and he's going to get that first down. New set of downs here. Temple looks to give it to their running back, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage. Man in motion for Temple. They take the snap. It is his passing situation. Jennings almost gets to the quarterback, and Bryant makes the hit on the receiver. 3rd and 4. And it looks like the Wild Geese are bringing a bit of a blitz, and they break up the pass. Now they might go for it here on 4th and 4. We'll have to see. This is going to be a 52-yard field goal attempt. I don't know if Temple's going to have the leg for this one. There is some wind to the right side. Let's see if this kicker can put it through. And it's up. It looks long enough, and it's good. Decent boot on that one. It's 7-3. Temple does get the ball back to start things off in the second half. Let's see what Bernard Scruggs does here. He gets a blocker, gets out to the outside, only to the 21 before he's taken down. The running game has been working today, but if they can't pick up blocks to the outside, you're going to lose yards every time. Another option play here. And that hits the back of a defender. It's considered an incomplete pass. 3rd down and 14. I mean, you kind of got to go back to the drawing board here. The run game's been snuffed out a bit by Temple. They're going to loft one there. That's Jose Golden. He gets out of bounds. 2:14 left. Beautiful pass by Orlando Everett there, and a great route ran by Jose Golden to get open here. That's the first real pass of this game. It'll be interesting to see what they do from here on out. Orlando Everett keeping the ball. He gets smoked. 9-yard gain, 2nd and 1. 2nd down and 1. With all this running, the clock management has really gone in the favor of the Wild Geese. Looks like there's a man in motion for the Wild Geese, and it is a wide receiver sweep. Oh my God! Bernard Scruggs down to the 25, still on his feet to the 23, and he is hurt. He took a big shot there on that sweep. Down to the left side here. Boom, right to the shoulder like that. That can't be good. Not much time left in this first half. Let's see what they do here. And oh man, that defender snapped on the halfback, but then snapped onto the quarterback. Under 30 seconds left. The Wild Geese do have 3 timeouts. Let's see if they start to use them here. It looks like they are going to the air to kind of kick this possession off, and they're going to toss this one away. Ah, he was in the box. That's coming back. 3rd and 32. Orlando Everett's going to have to show that he's a quarterback, and he can do things through the air too. He's going to lob this one up, and that's not even going to make it to the end zone. 4th and 32. They're not even going to come away with points here after a 22-yard loss on that penalty. Oh, and he gets sacked. 6 seconds left and giving Temple great field position. The quarterback situation for the Wild Geese has been a complete nightmare this season. It's just something they're going to have to work on in the offseason, kind of right off this season. And it's up. They tip it, almost intercepted. That's going to end this half with the Wild Geese leading 7-3. This half, I mean, if you're Goose Johnson, you have to go back to the drawing board here. I mean, the run option's working, but you have to have some type of pass game. South Canadian's defense has been great all season, but how much longer can they hold back Temple in their offense? Right now they have a 4-point lead, but this offense hasn't done much, and oh my God, special teams! They need to make a tackle. They're in Wild Geese territory at the 49. Bernard Scruggs will be out for a week with a strained pectoral muscle. Looks like Temple's in I formation here to start this half off. They're going to cut it out to the right side, get taken down right around the line of scrimmage, maybe a 1-yard gain. 2nd and 9, they're going to the air here, putting a little pressure on this QB. Brooks is going to make the tackle. It's a fumble. House is on it. That's the break the Wild Geese need. And that's how great their defense has been all season, making opportunities for this team to stay in games, even with such a bad offensive situation. Tom Barrett, for some reason, is in at quarterback. I mean, we haven't heard about Orlando Everett being hurt. I guess we're going to have to go to the sideline for some type of update very soon here, but Nathan Quinn's going to find 4, make it in 2nd and 6. I guess Orlando Everett at halftime was complaining about some bruised ribs, and he's going to be out for the rest of this game. The injury situation in South Canada has just been horrible all season. Nathan Quinn breaking one down to the 26. They're definitely going to have to rely on that man, Nathan Quinn. He's going to be their everything this season. I mean, he hasn't been super productive this year, hasn't got a lot of opportunities, but now you just have to do something for your team. You're an award-winning halfback. You got to make plays. Going to the air here with Barrett at QB. Going to drop this one off to Harmon, their tight end, who gets inside the red zone down to the 19, 3rd and 3. You're in position to go up maybe by a touchdown if you get a field goal here. The halfback draw, that's not going to work. 4th and 4. A 37-yard field goal here. Let's see if the Wild Geese can knock it through, and they do. They take a 7-point lead, 10-3 over Temple. Beach kicks this one away. It's 3 yards deep into the end zone. Do they take it out here? No, they don't. Down at the 25. The Wild Geese defense has been electric today, only allowing 19 yards of offense for Temple, but I mean, we've seen them collapse in the past this season. Start out so strong and finish real weak. We have to see if these Wild Geese defensive players can finish strong in this contest. And Bryant putting out a big hit, 2nd and 8. This season's been a defensive clinic by the Wild Geese. 2nd down and 8. And oh, it's an option. They pitch it away to the halfback early. Herb Kirk's there to make the tackle. He brings him down for a 2-yard loss. That's 3rd and 10. 3rd down and 10. If the Wild Geese can make a stop here, that's going to go a long way towards getting the W in this game, and there's a sack. Wow, coming out of the secondary, that's Mickey McCulley. That's a big sack on this blitz. 4th and 17. They're going to be punting deep from their own territory here, pretty much in their own end zone. Temple's going to kick this one away, and it's a short one. Down at the 48, Nathan Quinn gets under it. He's got a few extra yards here down to the 44. I mean, this Wild Geese team's pretty good on paper. Mid-70s overall. And they've been really proving that they have a huge heart this season. And then they can get things done when they truly have to. The defense has stepped up. I mean, the offense has been dreadful. But because of that, the defense has just truly performed spectacularly. But if they can get this running game figured out and maybe produce 150 to 180 yards a game on the ground, maybe produce 100 to 150 yards through the air, then you're really looking at a solid team here that may be able to compete for a conference championship in the near future. Maybe next year or the following. They just need to work on their quarterback situation and maybe look at some extra wide receivers to help their quarterback out, maybe some tight ends as well. And I heard that they are looking at a couple quarterbacks and some tight ends right now in recruiting. After 3 quarters of play, the South Canadian Wild Geese lead 10-3 over Temple. And they're driving. Now the passing game for the Wild Geese has been horrible this season. They've started 3 different quarterbacks, so many interceptions, just a lot of miscommunication through the air. And I mean, right now they do have Tom Barrett in for the injured Orlando Everett. He has only thrown a couple passes, but he's looking a little bit more calm in the pocket today. It looks like they were going to run it, but Tom Barrett just audibled out of something here. It looks like the defense is trying to bring some added pressure. A little bit of play action there. There's a man open over the middle. That's Horton, Harry Horton, for a big first down, 18 yards, and he's 3 for 3 on the day. Tom Barrett looking pretty good. I think their biggest issue this season was they didn't have either or. They didn't have a running game, they didn't have a passing game. So without a running game, it's hard to really get a passing game going, and without a passing game, it's hard to believe that you're not going to run the ball. But in this one, they had great running support, and it's opening up things in the air right now. Let's see what they do here on 1st down and 10. They're giving it to Nathan Quinn. He's trying to get to the outside edge. He does! Nathan Quinn's in the end zone, celebrating 6. Looking to make it 17-3 over Temple in this Wild Geese matchup. And it is good, 17-3. Let's go to a studio update, though. where we see Washington State upsetting Arizona right now in the fourth quarter, 28-25. Beach kicks this one deep, 3 yards into the end zone minimum. Will they take it out? No, down on one knee. They've gotten 2 sacks on this quarterback today and forced a fumble on him. They've really got good pressure while keeping decent coverage, which is something they've really struggled with. There's a 7-yard reception, though, 2nd and 3. Now, Temple's got plenty of time. They have 3 timeouts. I say you drive down the field with normal game plan right here, and then use your 3 timeouts to hopefully get a defensive stop on the Wild Geese. Price was back there. Herb Kirk makes the hit, though. That's 3rd and 2. And then hopefully you can get the ball back and get a quick score. I mean, it's not impossible, but it's going to be tough. 3rd down and 2. They're 0 for 3 on 3rd downs today. Well, let's see if they decide to go to the air here or try to keep things on the ground. And it is going to be an air effort. Jennings makes the hit on the quarterback. Missed tackle there. He's got a ton of field in front of him. 1st and 10. Jennings was there. He put the hit on the QB, but just a little bit late. Let's see what Jennings does here, trying to stay after him. That outside corner's been tough for the Wild Geese all season. And it looks like they're bringing a little bit of pressure. It's picked up. He has a little bit of time. Bryant makes the hit. That's going to be 1st and 10, though. The hurry up, it's affecting this Wild Geese defense. Let's see what they do here. Trying to bring pressure, trying to get to this quarterback, make him make quick decisions. And was he in? Did he get feet down? I don't know. I'm not sure if he got his feet down on that one. It'll be interesting to see if Goose Johnson challenges this one. But I don't think he got his feet to touch inside the end zone. And the catch is going to be challenged by Goose Johnson here. He just doesn't think he drug any type of feet here. So up in the air here. Oh, wow. Just great awareness, only getting about an inch off the ground there. And it stands. That's a touchdown for Temple. And this is to bring them within 7, and it's good. 17-10, 2:46 left. They're going to go onside recovery just in case, but nope, they're going to just kick this one off. No surprises here. Going to let that bounce out. Take it at the 25. Now, if you're the Wild Geese, you've been great on the ground all day today. I say you try to run it down their throat, get a few first downs, kill that clock, and you walk out of here with a victory. You just got to stick to the fundamentals you stuck to all day. There's Nathan Quinn. He breaks a couple. Finds himself a 1st down. 1st down and 10, and the Wild Geese have been milking this clock. Nathan Quinn has 103 yards on the ground today. I think this is one of his first 100-yard games in weeks. 2nd and 2, though. Temple's going to use their first timeout. Making an audible, Tom Barrett. Looks like Nathan Quinn's going to take this one for the 1st down. Uh-oh. That's going to hurt Temple's chances here at a comeback. Tom Barrett hands this one to Nathan Quinn. Nathan Quinn's going to get to the outside. He's got blockers. Nathan Quinn still on his feet. Down to the 28, and that's another 1st down. This could seal the game away. 2:01 on the clock. The clock is stopped. Temple's used all 3 timeouts. Barrett's giving this one to Quinn. Quinn bounces up the center, finds 2, and the clock's ticking. Giving this one to Nathan Quinn on another counter. He's going to work his way forward for 1 yard, 3rd and 7. And they give this one to Nathan Quinn, who's got to hole up the center the size of a semi-truck. Down at the 10. Looks like they want to pad the stats of their field goal kicker, but there's going to be time left on the clock. What are they doing here? We're going to have to see what's up the sleeve of Goose Johnson here. Trying to leave, 5-6 seconds on the clock for Temple? That just doesn't make any sense to us. Must have been something he underestimated here when he sent the team out. Yep, he calls a timeout. 8 seconds left, and Tom Barrett gives it to Nathan Quinn here. Quinn doesn't have any more blockers. He's going to get to the 6, 3, 2, 1. Timeout from the Wild Geese. Okay, that's a little odd. I guess they really want to give their field goal kicker some practice and go up by 10 here. And they're going to kick this one away, and it is good. The Wild Geese take down Temple. 20-10. Let's go to a studio update, though, where Washington State also upset Arizona. 2 upsets, 1 game. Just a crazy finish, too. Great game all around. The defense for the Wild Geese were just so great today. And Nathan Quinn, 157 yards, a touchdown. Just beautiful running. This is Wild Geese football. This is what we love. You know, tough, up your nose type of running. Just right up in your face. A big punch to the face type of running. That's what we like to see from the Wild Geese. And their defense was so tough today. Just not allowing really anything from Temple. 20-10 in an upset here in the American Conference. There was only 6 passes thrown through the air today. 3 by Orlando Everett, who was 1 for 3 for 21 yards. And Tom Barrett, who came in 3 for 3, 29 yards. Just looked great out there. He had an 18-yard lone pass. I mean, this man could get the starting job back from Orlando Everett, but I did like the ground game and the presence they had with Everett on the field. But when you knew it was an airtime situation, you got a little bit nervous. Nathan Quinn. This is looking like the Nathan Quinn from last season. 23 carries, 157 yards, and a touchdown. Receiving-wise, there's not much to go over. Harry Horton had a pretty good game. He's a junior right now, looking to kind of blossom up here. He's a fifth string wide receiver, 2 for 24. Defensively, though, Boyd Brooks had a sack, and Mike McCauley. And then we even had a forced fumble by Boyd Brooks, and that fumble was recovered by Elliott House. A great defensive performance all around. They only allowed Temple 87 yards of total offense today. Just such a great defensive performance that's going to allow the Wild Geese to improve to 5-2 in the NCAA and 4-1 in the conference. Wow, okay, let's upgrade Goose Johnson, who just got an upgrade to level 12. Let's do this kitchen sink. We want to throw more at our recruits right now as we get to the later part of the season. Greg Daniels has locked us out. No, please, Greg, reconsider. But otherwise, look at how many people we have visiting this week's matchup. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're in a recruiting battle with 2 big players that we desperately need. But look at this halfback, Paul Henderson. We need him now that Greg Daniels has locked us out. And he's visiting this week in what's going to be the biggest game of the season. The Wild Geese are taking on number 7 UConn, who's 6-0 in the season, 2-0 on conference play. Kirk's going to side with them in this one, but we're 5-2 and 4-1 in conference this season. They're a B+ overall. We're a C overall. They're not that much better than us. I'd say they're probably about 18 overall points better, so they're pretty good, not going to lie. But a B defense versus a C offense, yeah, it's not too crazy. We have a chance in this one. Here's how the conference is shaking out. We defeated Temple. Now they're below us. Louisville beat us earlier this season. UCF we haven't played yet, so obviously Louisville has a chance to be in the conference championship if we take number 1, 2, or 3, because they did beat us. But if we can beat Connecticut, that's going to move UCF to number 1 if they win, Louisville to number 2, and we'll be sitting at number 3 still to play UCF on the season, which will be a very interesting matchup. Now, UConn is 88 overall. They have an offense that's going to be very hard to stop, 91 overall. Their defense might allow some points for us, but it's going to be a low-scoring affair on our end, so we have to make sure our defense really holds up. But we've been playing so hot this year, I think we have an opportunity. Now, UCF, that's going to be a challenging game all in itself. We might be able to score some points against their defense, but their offense is so good. I mean, you saw what happened against Louisville. You saw what happened against Alabama. But, I mean, we've set ourselves up pretty good here to have a chance to play in the American Conference Championship. So we have a lead on a few of these recruits. I mean, we're still trying to get a couple more of these guys locked down. I'm going to toss a few more points at some of these guys to just try to convince them maybe to come. We also have this 3-star quarterback we're looking at that we've just recently added to our board. Let me toss maybe, I don't know, 200 points on him and offer him a scholarship. We're just trying to get some of these players that can slowly help to make our offense better, because that's where we've been struggling so much this season, and we definitely need improvement, especially in the outside linebacker. That's why I added a few of these guys as well. Let's maybe toss, I don't know, 250 on this man, because I think he's one of the better outside linebackers we have. I think he's probably the best. That's number 21. He's number 17. And then we're going to add some points to him right here. So we're just trying to improve parts of our defense, but really focusing on our offense this offseason and in this recruiting season. So there we go. We spent all of our points. We can take this man off of our board. It really sucks to see that he locked us out. If we go down here and look at him, we were close on his board. I thought we were going to have a chance here, but I don't know. Central Michigan must be calling his name. But this is where I'm going to end today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you show some support and love on that like button. And also, subscribe and turn on notifications if you're new. But until next time, peace out.